I wanted to hop on and make a quick video for all my people in the residential snowblowing industry. I'm going to be talking about the Norman hybrid blower and the one issue that we all know of, which is the skid shoes. The skid shoes that come stock on the Norman hybrid have this big piece of rubber edge that is there for preventing driveway scratches, of course. However, they leave nasty black marks on all of our customers' driveways, which is obviously no good for any of us. It's very hard to come off and it costs a lot of money if you have to. So what we've decided to do is, because we're running all stainless steel in our fleet now, I know a lot of you guys veer away from the stainless steel because it could cause damages. It definitely does in some instances, but certainly not as much as these black rubber edges on the skid shoes did. So we have made an improvement with all of our skid shoes on our Norman hybrids, and I wanted to share that all with you. So stay tuned, guys.
I had to make this one bigger and I had to cut it in there. I'm gonna show you another one so you can compare it. These two ones are the same thing. The only thing is that all this area in here, when it lifts, it touches the guard, the chain guard in the blower. So that's why I have to do a cut in there.
I see.
So nothing of this or this is touching the guard.
It moves freely and nothing gets caught at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. There's the stainless steel edge. Is it hot?
No.
Nice. So completely disassembled the skid shoe right off. You took the big chunk of rubber right out of it, and then you also separated the skid shoe plates, right?
Yes.
Took the leaf spring out and then modified the skid shoe by making that cut.
Yeah, this is where the leaf spring goes.
Yeah.
We just took it off.
Nice.
Yep. Okay. All what happens in there is that the guard is in there, right? So before I had to cut that side in there because it was touching in the guard. Now it's somewhere, I think in there, it's touching in that little corner here. And all those little things makes it a little bit more challenging. The other side is just you put it on and that's it, because there is nothing on top. It just works fucking great. But in here, we'll always give problems because chain guard.
So you might have to do a little bit more cutting, eh?
Yeah. The thing is that they are all different. There is no consistency, man.
Yeah, that's...
They're all different. The shoes are different. Some of them are wider. Some of them are smaller. Some of them you cut like 1 inch in the corner and they are fine. Some of them you have to cut a big piece like this one. It's
frustrating.
Yeah, because if you would be consistent, then whatever you do, you replicate it and then you put it on. That's it, done. But you have to be customizing every little detail for this guard, right? And it is where it is. We are customizing the whole ski shoe, so this is our problem in this case.
Well, you know what? You fixed the cutting edge issue. You had to customize because, like you said, everything is very inconsistent from Norman and when it comes to the blowers. Now you got the skid shoes resolved. That's it after this. We don't got too many more problems.
True.
So it's worth it. Explain how inconsistent the Norman hybrids have been.
Very. So what happening before, and the reason why we decided to cut the ski shoe is because in here is the cutting edge. So what happens is, if you see, this is higher than that. This was meant to have a bolt in here that we took off, so this will like have more leverage to go up. Right now it is a guard stopping it, but as soon as I figure that out, that will not be an issue anymore. But in the other side, we take this bolt off and then it goes up freely, because this cannot be higher than the actual cutting edge. Otherwise, like, it will have this floating, right? The cutting edge floating. So that's why we have to take this off and make this able to go high and not impede this from floating, right?
Yeah, exactly. What about the chunk of steel you had to put in for the cutting edge? You got that around?
That's another thing. Like, I have this other piece of steel that I have to put on to beef it up and make this to show up a little bit more, right? The cutting edge that we have, right?
Yeah.
So it's been a lot of
custom fabricating with the Normans in-house because they're just so inconsistently built. Yeah, it's definitely sad. You know what? But my buddies have been messaging me on YouTube too, and they've been having a lot of problems too with just the inconsistencies, like you're saying.
Yeah.
They're a good blower.
I can't blame them.
No.
They are good. The thing is that, you know, you do a little thing different, you change your system for a little bit, and then you have two different blowers at the end, because some of them will have also this lip in here, this side in here is like a little bit higher. It's not flat with the part where the cutting edge goes, right? Now you have to build it up. Otherwise, what will actually touch the ground will be this side in here. If you don't beef it up, this is gonna be touching. When there are some Norman blowers that this in here is flush with the back in here, right?
Yeah.
In here you can notice this.
It sticks out.
It sticks out, right?
Yeah.
Instead of being flash. So if you would have just put the cutting edge in there, it would be at the level of this. So you are already wearing the case of the blower, right? So you have to beef it up to make it go after this. And then the problem of the Skidshoe that we just discussed, right? The same thing. If the bolt would have been there, then it won't go up at all. And then this won't touch the ground, right? Mm-hmm. And you have it in both sides. This is floating. So what do you need a Skidshoe, cutting edge if the Skidshoe is not allowing you to go down, right? In that case, we would need something that would be like at least an inch high to be able to put the cutting edge and make it work, right?
Yeah.
So this in here is just touching in the guard right now, and I just need to figure out where, customize it, and then it will go in.
It'll move freely.
And this one you can see, this is the cutting edge, and this is the shoe. And look, when this goes high, it goes higher than the level of this. So when this touches the ground, this is gonna be touching or cutting instead of this being on the way, right? So that's where we are at, right? And now when it goes and touches the ground, all goes up, right?
Definitely a lot of customizing for you guys, Eric, but you know what? It looks like you got the blower finally where we need it. Yep. Cutting edge is figured out, skid shoes are figured out, and I'm really happy to see that.
Also, we kind of got this idea from the way that Cyclone Furnace was.
Show us exactly where you took that design and put it on the Normans.
From here, you can see this is a regular steel and this is a stainless steel, right? Because you don't want regular steel because it will rust. And then if this piece in here would be just regular steel, what it will do, it will rust and leave marks in the customer driveways, right? That's what we were avoiding. That's why we had to put the piece of stainless steel in the shoes from the Normans in there, right? As you can see, this just goes up and down, no bullshit. It has never given us problems. It does its thing when it's working, right? When it's like, when you're already working with the machine, it does its thing, and we haven't had wind rolls and anything, right?
Yeah, so that's basically where Eric took the design from, is on the Pronovo Cyclone. You could hear they got the strip of stainless at the bottom of the skid shoe. He got that custom fabricated here at Sioux Foundry in Sault Ste. Marie, and he ripped apart all the skid shoes off all of our Norman hybrid blowers, brought them over to the fabricator, and we got them all strapped with stainless steel edges now. So no more rubber, no more black marks, no more xylene, no more sealer.
It was crazy in the summer just going to customers saying, hey, look at these black marks. Then we use a product called xylene to go and clean them, and we will leave a different color in the brick, and then the customers will be like, now what are you gonna do? Then we need to seal it to make it look nicer. And then if you get a bad sealer, it will start bubbling up and giving more problems. So it's a chain of things that we just are avoiding now with not having anything related to rubber anymore.
Exactly. Well said.
You know it's a steep one. If we together, you know it's a brief one. Back in the ocean, you know it's a deep one. Forgave niggas and they feelings. Lucky for y'all, we don't do civilians. You say I changed, I say that I millions. I did. The toughest act follows back on tour, off-road, made back.
Well, there you guys have it. That's the stainless steel skid shoes modified on the Norman Hybrid 82. And you know what, as you can see, I'm quite happy with the results. Skid shoe floats up and down nice and freely, doesn't leave any marks. You may have seen a scratch or two because the gravel that was sliding up and down on the asphalt, but besides that, there you guys have it. If you want to decide to do this in your fleet, I definitely recommend, as the rubber is certainly no good and doesn't last longer than a year anyhow. So I hope this video was of value to you guys at all. Hope everybody's getting nice and prepared for this upcoming winter, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.